Hello. That worked well, pre-recorded. Welcome along to, thank you for joining us. It is Saturday. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do some maths here. And then 17th. I'll say it's 17th for now. Welcome along. It is Saturday the 17th of September. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you're well. It is pre-recorded tonight. Yeah, this weekend I'm a guest at Radio 2 Live in Leicester, which is very, very lovely. I'm going on the Sunday, so it's a very, very, very early start on Sunday morning to get from here, where I am currently sat pre-recording this quiz, all the way down to Leicester. So yeah, very much looking forward to it. I don't really know what to expect. This is the first time in 3.5 years I've been invited to this kind of event. Obviously, we went to the England Lionhearts, watching the England game a couple of years ago as one of the Lionhearts. But to be actually an invited guest, I don't really know what that means, to be honest. I'll report back next Thursday. But yeah, so very much looking forward to it. So yeah, which means this is pre-recorded this evening. I'm probably, to be honest, I'm going to say hello to myself. I don't really get the chance to do this very often. But I'm more than likely going to be sat watching this, making sure it's all gone okay, because yeah, I've no major plans for Saturday, but I just know that I just wanted to have everything cleared and done, ready for the weekend, and have the opportunity to get an early night if I needed to. Yes. So before we get into it, yeah, so we're about 20 seconds and we'll get through into the questions. 50 questions as always. I'll be honest, I'm pre-recording this a couple of days after I wrote it, so I can't actually remember what I put in tonight's quiz. We'll find out together. It'll be a nice little journey. But yes, and I hope everyone's well. Yeah, 50 questions as always. Couple of bits for your breaks as well. I vaguely remember doing the vowels missing, I think, for one of the breaks. Again, it's a voyage of discovery. If you're watching this as well, it means that I haven't done something wrong, and it means that I'm all right. And this is still take one. Let's get into it. Let's push that button there. And there we go. So yeah, again, still don't actually know what date it is. Welcome along. It is Saturday the 17th of September. Thank you very much for joining us. By the way, if it's not Saturday the 17th of September, happy Saturday. But yeah, welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us. 50 questions then, as always, we do. Stuff for your breaks coming up as well. But let's start, as we always do, with entertainment. What screen is it on? It's on that one. Okay, here we go. Question number one tonight. William Hartnell was the first person to play which long-running iconic character? Just had a text message as well at this point. So what I'm going to do is I need to send a picture of what I'm doing to said person, so that they don't think I'm being ignorant. Actually, I should put some context onto that as well, shouldn't I, really? You know who you are. You'll be watching this on Saturday, so you know who you are when you'll be laughing now. Question number two. The Quickening was the 1991 sequel to which science fiction film? So The Quickening was the 1991 sequel to which science fiction film? Number three, Gangnam Style was a viral hit in 2012 for which Korean singer? So Gangnam Style was a viral hit in 2012 for which Korean singer? Pre-recorded quiz and life at the same time. Number four, in the TV show Happy Days, how was Henry Winkler better known? So in the TV show Happy Days, how was Henry Winkler better known? Number 5, which 1999 horror movie followed 3 student filmmakers making a documentary about a local myth? I've never actually watched this. Which 1999 horror movie followed 3 student filmmakers making a documentary about a local myth? Phone's on silent. Do not disturb. I'm all good. Unless somebody knocks on the door, that'd be really awkward. Number 6, Mulder and Scully were the surnames of detectives in which TV show? So Mulder and Scully were the surnames of detectives in which TV show? Number 7, name the song You Took a Mystery and Made Me Want It. You took a pedestal and put me on it. So name the song You Took a Mystery and Made Me Want It. You took a pedestal and put me on it. I've got to amuse myself because I've not done a pre-record for so long. I forget what I normally do when I'm doing pre-records. It's obviously live. You guys entertain me in the background. I have nothing to do. I don't know. I'd say I'm slowly losing the plot, but I never had it to begin with. Question number 8. What was Patrick McGoohan's number in the TV series The Prisoner? So what was Patrick McGoohan's number in The Prisoner? Number 9, Ray Parker Jr. was the artist behind the theme to which 1984 movie? I love this question. Ray Parker Jr. was the artist behind the theme to which 1984 movie? And finally, number 10, the film company Happy Madison was founded by which American actor or comedy actor? So the film company Happy Madison was founded by which American comedy actor? Round 2. Ah, yeah, I remember now. Round 2 is a bit of sport for you, as always, all across the different sports. Starting with this question, number 1. For how many minutes is a golfer allowed to search for their ball before it is considered lost? Is it 3 minutes, 10 minutes, or until it's found? For those of you who play golf a lot, do bear in mind the rule was changed a few years ago. So, don't shout at me because I've not given you an option that's not there. For how many minutes is a golfer allowed to search for their ball before it is considered lost? Is it 3 minutes, 10 minutes, or until it's found? And I know I've just realised I've probably narrowed it down to 2 now, but question number 2. What was the name of the dog that recovered the World Cup trophy in 1966? So what was the name of the dog that recovered the World Cup trophy in 1966? Number 3, Lizzie Arnold won gold at the 2014 and 2018 Winter Olympics. In which sport? Was it bobsleigh, skeleton, or curling? So Lizzie Arnold won gold at the 2014 and 2018 Winter Olympics. In which sport? Was it bobsleigh, skeleton, or curling? As a train, very rumbling train. Very nearly said something then, and I very nearly gave the answer away, so I'm glad I'm a little bit more switched on than usual. Number 4, how many NFL teams compete to reach the Super Bowl each year? Keyword in there. How many NFL teams compete to reach the Super Bowl each year? Number 5, in motorsport, the Triple Crown is regarded as the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and which 24-hour race? So in motorsport, the Triple Crown is regarded as the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and which 24-hour race? Number 6, know what I mean, Ari? I know I've spelled it. I've spelled the full name, but it's know what I mean, Ari. Know what I mean, Ari was a quote often attributed to which former professional boxer? No, I am not even going to insult this person by attempting to do an impression, even when I give out the answers. Former professional boxer. Why would I want to? Know what I mean, Ari was a quote often attributed to which former professional boxer? Number 7, a traditional part of the Highland Games is the caber toss. What is the current record for caber tosses in 3 minutes? Is it 6, 16, or 56? So, traditional part of the Highland Games, the caber toss. What is the current record for caber tosses in 3 minutes? Is it 6, 16, or 56? Number 8, cross-country skiing and which other event make up the biathlon? So cross-country skiing and which other event make up the biathlon? Number 9, which of these isn't considered one of the 5 classic flat races in the UK? Is it the 1,000 guineas, the 2,000 guineas, or the 3,000 guineas? So which of these isn't considered one of the 5 classic flat races in the UK? Is it the 1,000, the 2,000, or the 3,000 guineas? Question number 10. Who are the only sisters to ever win the Olympic gold in the women's doubles tennis? So who are the only sisters to ever win Olympic gold in the women's doubles tennis? Where has my camera gone? Where has my camera gone? Where has my camera gone? There it is. Okay, round three then with a bit of blockbusters then to finish off the first half of your quiz this evening. I don't know why I call it half. It's 50 questions and I always do 30 then 20. And this is one of the things I was thinking about. I will come to that in the break. But for now, let's do some blockbuster questions, starting with this number one. Which NE announced back in 2014 that they wanted to buy the BBC? I'm not even sure it was for sale at the time, but there you go. Which NE announced back in 2014 that they wanted to buy the BBC? Number two, what CI is an island territory of Australia? So what CI is an island territory of Australia? I think it's quite obvious what the I stands for, just saying. Number three, what BW is the name of a spider that sometimes eats the male after mating? So what BW is the name of a spider that sometimes eats the male after mating? Number four, what BE was the largest empire of all time in terms of land area? Yeah. What BE was the largest empire of all time in terms of land area? I don't know where that came from. Sorry, my bad. Number five, what RC was painted on doors of plague-ridden houses during the Great Plague? So what RC was painted on doors of plague-ridden houses during the Great Plague? Too many plagues in that sentence for my liking. Number six, what PP was the first full novel by Charles Dickens? So what PP was the first full novel by Charles Dickens? Number seven, what VC has a zero birth rate? So what VC has a zero birth rate? I found out about this the other day and I thought this is a very clever fact. I like the reasoning behind it as well, which I thought was quite amusing. It's the little things that tickle me in life these days. Number eight, what MM is the more common name for Frenchman? Bibendum. J, start again. What MM is the more common name for Frenchman? Bibendum. A tyre manufacturer mascot. So what MM is the more common name for Frenchman Bibendum? A tyre manufacturer mascot. Two to go. Number nine, what AS is the name of the extinct volcano overlooking Edinburgh? So what AS is the more common, not the more common name. What AS is the more, no, I'm saying common. What AS is the name of the extinct volcano overlooking Edinburgh? Finally, number 10, which SF created the books Budgie the Little Helicopter? A great theme tune, that. Which SF created the books Budgie the Little Helicopter? Budgie the Little Helicopter. All right, that's going to be stuck in my head for the next few minutes. Right, anyway, that's your first 30 questions. So because it's pre-recorded for the first time in a while, head on over to Twitter, and there'll be the individual links for the rounds. And normally, when it's live, just send you to jvpqquestions.com. However, you can't do that this evening because I can't set a time delay. So you'll have to go to the individual links on Twitter, and it will take you to the rounds if you need a recap. That's for your pre-recorded one this evening. Right, let me get this set up and let me just make sure I did it. Yeah, I thought I did. Okay, so I need to turn my camera off, put the countdown on, and turn some music on, and then I know that's good. Right, okay, so for your first break this evening, same as last weekend, really. So it is again, I've removed the vowels, just like that. Magic. But what I need you to do is name 16. There are 16 again. Apparently you quite like the challenge from some of the people I spoke to after last week's quiz. But yeah, 16 European countries with the vowels removed. Name them. Nice and simple. 16 of them coming up, and I will see you in 7 minutes. think my timings are all completely to pot on this tonight. But anyway, we'll digress. I mean, you guys don't mind. Yeah, I'll give you another minute or so on these. Last week, because obviously I was live, I think I did remove. Yeah. No, I did. I left one of the vowels in. Okay, right, pens down. Let's give you these 16 in 3, 2, and 1. So, oh, right. Sorry, I got really. There we go. I got really confused because I looked at number 2 and thought, oh, hang on. But yeah, it's because I decapitalized all the letters as well to make it a little bit trickier. So, running our way through them then, number 1 is Germany. Number 2, we're going left to right. So, number 2, Romania. Then you've got Italy. And the Netherlands. Ukraine there. Greece. Sweden for number 8. And number 9 is Belgium. Number 10, Portugal. Number 11 is France. Number 12 is Hungary, which is also my current state at the moment. I'm starving. Number 12 is Austria. I can't count. 13 is Poland. 14 is Norway. Just pausing for those people making the Norway joke. Number 15 is Spain. And number 16 is Serbia. Right, while you're just totting your, doing your crossing your I's and dotting your T's on those, I just want to run something by you, actually, and I'll pick up on it on our Discord server, on the Patreon Discord server, or on socials when I'm back from Leicester. But I had a thought, right, because I keep saying, oh, we're at half-time, and I know it is halfway through the quiz, it's 30 questions and what have you, but I did have a very bizarre thought. I get these from time to time when I'm driving. But I wondered whether you might be interested in trialing a slightly tweaked format. I'm debating doing, so round 1, round 2. Round 3 would be spread over the two parts of the quiz. So what I do is round 3 would then become the connections round. So I do 5 questions, then we go into the break, mark those 25, and then we do part 2 of the connections round and then reveal what the connection is. But I'd give a bonus point if you could guess what the connection was before you, like, off the back of 5 answers. I think I've explained that quite well. I don't know. I'm sort of doubting myself, but I've got nothing to respond to. But that's my thought. That's my idea. I was thinking about, so I might do it one Saturday. Let me know what you think. Would it add a little bit of more entertainment if the connection round moved to round 3 and it was split over 2 parts, and you could get an extra point if you could guess it off of 5 questions? There we go. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to move on because I have no one to respond to. For all I know, you're all now sat there going, "You've lost it." I mean, I never had it to lose it, as I keep saying, but for all I know, you're all going, "Just yeah, no." Anyway, let's move on. Let's find out how you did with the first 30 questions this evening. We kicked off with entertainment tonight, and here they are, number 1. William Hartnell was the first person to play which long-running iconic character? It was the Doctor in Doctor Who. So the character was the Doctor, just so you... If you put Doctor Who, you can fight about it amongst yourselves. Number 2, The Quickening was the 1991 sequel to which science fiction film? It was Highlander. Number 3, Gangnam Style was a viral hit in 2012 for which Korean singer? It was Psy. Number 4, in the TV show Happy Days, how was Henry Winkler better known? It was the Fonz. I shouldn't be left on my own, I really shouldn't. Number 5, which 1999 horror movie followed 3 student filmmakers making a documentary about a local myth? It's the Blair Witch Project. Number 6, Mulder and Scully were the surnames of the detectives in which TV show? It's not Pebbles. What the... This is why I shouldn't be left alone, people. The X-Files. Although soon to appear in the new one. Number 7, name the song. You took a mystery and made me want it. You took a pedestal and put me on it. It is Chain Reaction. This is also, by the way, just proof that I do pre-record this and I don't edit any of this out. Number 8, what was Patrick McGowan's number in the TV series The Prisoner? He was number 6. Although when I asked this question on Tuesday night at the quiz I go to, no, it was Monday night at Paul, and someone came up with a different answer. He didn't have a number. He was more than just a number. That's the word I'm looking for. At number 9, Ray Parker Jr. was the artist behind the theme to which 1984 movie? It was Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Number 10, the film company Happy Madison was founded by which American comedy actor? It is Adam Sandler. Round 2 with some sport. Number 1, how many minutes is a golfer allowed to search for their ball before it is considered lost? It is 3 minutes. Used to be 5, but they changed it a few years ago to 3 minutes. See me playing golf, you'd be out there for a week. Number 2, what was the name of the dog that recovered the World Cup trophy in 1966? That was Pickles. Really awkward if I hadn't changed the answer and that said Pebbles. Number 3, Lizzie Arnold won gold at the 2014 and 2018 Winter Olympics. In which sport? It was the skeleton. Most decorated Olympian in the skeleton as well, I believe. I'm saying that. I'm sticking by it. Number 4, how many NFL teams compete to reach the Super Bowl each year? There are 32 teams compete to reach the Super Bowl each year. The way the New York Giants have already started, I don't even think they're bothering this year. Number 5, in motorsport, the Triple Crown is regarded as the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indy 500, and the 24-hour Le Mans. Number 6, Know What I Mean, Harry, or Know What I Mean, Harry, was a quote often attributed to which former professional boxer? It's Frank Bruno. I'm not doing it. Nope. Just in case it gets back to Frank and he thinks it's a really bad impression, he's a former professional boxer. I'm not getting involved. Number 7, a traditional part of the Highland Games, the caber toss. What is the current record for caber tosses in 3 minutes? It is 16. I mean, yeah. I could only think I could toss one caber, to be honest. Yeah. Number 8, cross-country skiing, and which other event make up the biathlon? It is shooting. Number 9, which of these isn't considered one of the 5 classic flat races in the UK? It's the 3,000 Guineas. There is the 1,000 Guineas. There is the 2,000 Guineas. 3,000 Guineas isn't one of the 5 classic. There might be a 3,000 Guineas, I don't know, but it's not one of the 5. And number 10, who are the only sisters to ever win Olympic gold in the women's doubles tennis? It is the Williams sisters of Venus and Serena. And Blockbusters number 1, which NE announced back in 2014 that they wanted to buy the BBC? It was Noel Edmonds. I do vaguely remember the context behind the story, and I was reading about it when I was putting this together, but yeah. Number 2, what CI is an island territory of Australia? It is Christmas Island. Number 3, what BW is the name of a spider that sometimes eats the male after mating? It is Black Widow. Number 4, what BE was the largest empire of all time in terms of land area? It was the British Empire. Number 5, what RC was painted on doors of plague-ridden houses during the Great Plague? It was the Red Crosses. Was the Red Crosses? No, they painted red crosses. Number 6, what PP was the first full novel by Charles Dickens? It's the Pickwick Papers. Number 7, what VC has a 0 birth rate? It is the Vatican City. Number 8, what MM is the more common name for Frenchman Bibendum, a tyre manufacturer mascot? It is Michelin Man. Excuse me. Number 9, what AS is the name of the extinct volcano overlooking Edinburgh? It is Arthur's Seat. Keeping you in suspense. Number 10, which SF created the books Budgie, the Little Helicopter? It was Sarah Ferguson. Budgie is the little helicopter. He is brave and look at this. Told you it was stuck in my head. Right, tot your scores up. Let us know how you're getting on so far. 30 points available for you for this evening so far. Still to come, a connections round and general knowledge. Am I giving you any clues on the connection round? I don't think I am, to be fair. Just going into something now. There we are. August Takeover Connections rounds. That's there. So I'm just making sure I've got everything up. Yeah, so right, yeah, See, this is when I pre-record. I normally have when I'm live. I've got right. Okay, scores coming through. I can crack on. So if you haven't had enough time, sorry, but I'm going to witter for a couple of seconds while I introduce this anyway. So connections round then tonight. So the email I got with this. Thank you for the opportunity to assist in creating one of your quizzes. I've been playing this particular round for quite some time. Oh, sorry, planning this particular round for quite some time. And when you announced the August takeover, I realised this was my chance. Dun 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 dun. Sadly, I can only do the quiz on Saturday evening, so if you use this on your Thursday quiz, then I will never know. Well, do you know what? It is here for you. Now, the credit goes to Seymour Belvoir. Now, I've been very careful about these when I've been crediting people. I've always gone with what the credit is rather than the person who sent it in because I don't know the reasons and why and what have you. So credit goes to Seymour Belvoir for this. So it is connections. Now, Seymour, I have tweaked it a little bit. I have tweaked a couple of little things, but we'll get to that when we get through them. So pens at the ready. Let's do it. Round 4 connections. As always, 9 questions. Question number 10. What links all the answers together? I'm really gutted I'm not doing this live, to be fair. But anyway, right, here we go. Number 1. Which is the most northerly county in England? So which of these is the most northerly county in England? Number 2, which term is used to describe an animal that only comes out at night? So which term is used to describe an animal that only comes out at night? Sorry, I need to do some maths on my timings. Number 3, what is the capital of Cameroon? So what is the capital of Cameroon? Number 4, there are 3 states in the Baltic. Which is the middle one? I meant to check this. I'm assuming you meant Seymour in terms of geography. Is that that's what I'm thinking? I don't know. Why am I nodding? I'm assuming this is what you meant. Yeah. Right, good. Yeah, perfect. So I'm getting a response. Honestly, I should not be left unsupervised on my own. But there are 3 states in the Baltic. Which is the middle one? Number 5. What was the name of the lady with the lamp? So what was the name of the lady with the lamp? Train. It's off to Rochdale. Number 6. Who sang The Only Way Is Up? Number 7. Americans call it the eggplant. What do we call it in the United Kingdom? So Americans call it the eggplant. What do we call it in the UK? That reminds me, talking of food, I've got a sausage casserole cooking on the slow cooker downstairs. I'll check it in the break. Might need to turn it up. Number 8, the astrological star sign of Cancer covers which 2 months? So the astrological star sign of Cancer covers which 2 months? Number 9, which word is used as a function word to indicate that a following noun... I'll start again. Which word is used as a function word to indicate that a following noun is definite? Which word is used as a function word to indicate that a following noun is definite? So yeah, this wasn't one of your questions. I needed to put this in because I was a bit confused about the middle bit, but so that's why I've had to tweak it. So this wasn't one of yours. This is one I found. Like, how do I describe this word? Oxford Dictionary. That'll do. And as always, question number 10. What links all of those 9 answers together? It's clever. Very, very clever. Very subtle as well. I very like this. I very like this. I very like this. I very like this. Yeah, I very like this. I should just have... There's so many... I should have that GIF on standby. You know, is it from... I think it's Airplane, where they're all like that GIF, where they all slap their head at the same time. Just go... I'll have that on standby and just push a button so it appears like up in the corners every time I do something stupid. Anyway, let's wrap the quiz up. General knowledge then, as always, 10 random questions from all various things. Starting with this, number 1. What is the mathematical term for a number that can only be divided by 1 and itself? What is the mathematical term for a number that can only be divided by 1 and itself? Number 2, according to a medical study, how fast on average is a human sneeze? Is it 1 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour, or 100 mile an hour? So according to a medical study, how fast on average is a human sneeze? 1 mile an hour, 10 mile an hour, or 100 mile an hour? Number 3, according to the superstition, what should you throw over your left shoulder to keep away the devil? I mean, if devil's stood behind you, there's lots of things you should really throw over your left shoulder to take them out. But anyway, according to the superstition, what should you throw over your left shoulder to keep away the devil? See, I knew about the superstition. I just didn't realise that you did this to keep away the devil. I just thought it was what you did. Number 4, in the original game of Monopoly, what is the cost to buy Old Kent Road? So in the original game of Monopoly, what is the cost to buy Old Kent Road? Number 5, what is the colour of the circle at the centre of the flag of Japan? What is the colour of the circle at the centre of the flag of Japan? Number 6, ornithophobia. Ornithophobia. Oh, what that word says is a fear of what? Is there a fear of, like, big words? Oh, of course, I'm not even attempting to pronounce that. Of course there is a word. Hippopotamonstrossequipedelophobia. Number 7, quickly. Speaker's Corner can be found in which London park? So Speaker's Corner can be found in which London park? Hippopotamonstrossequipedelophobia. It's the fear of long words, and then the next word says ironic. Yeah. Sesquipedelophobia. That's better. Number 8, the US has the zip code to designate addresses. It stands for Zone Improvement what? So the US has the zip code to designate addresses. It stands for Zone Improvement what? Two to go, number 9. If you were born on Valentine's Day, what star sign would you be? So if you were born on Valentine's Day, what star would you be? Star sign, not star. And finally, number 10, what is the collective name for a group of witches? Now, just remember, be careful if you want to make a joke about, like, people in your company. What is the collective name for a group of witches? Put them up too early, right? Okay, we're going to take another short break, and you've already seen what's coming up from that very, very quick flash on screen. I've got another. I think I've got about 9 of these left from what I've been sent. I didn't want credited for them, which was quite sweet. So yeah, I've got 9 of these left for next week, or I might hold them in reserve. But yeah, so 9 dingbats coming up. Say what you see as always, which is the simplest way to put dingbats. Yeah, say what you see. If you do need a recap on those final 2 rounds, if you're a bit confused about the connections round, head on over to Twitter now. The 2 links there will be there to take you directly to those final 2 rounds. So, off, on, that one there, and I'll see you in 7 minutes. That one. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, I've gone all Scooby-Doo all of a sudden. Right, okie dokie. Give you the answers to these and in just a short moment's time. Scrabble them down as quickly as possible. In that break. See, yeah, I think I've explained this before, but I just pre-record these as if I'm live. So from the very beginning, push the button, I sit here while the pre-roll sort of starting soon plays out, and the stuff for the breaks as well. I don't edit anything in. It's all in just one big go. So in that break, I've just bolted downstairs just to have a quick check in the kitchen, see how the sausage casserole's going, because I've got into cooking this week. I've got back into proper homemade food and stuff like that. So I made I made there on Monday. It was beef casserole on Monday in the slow cooker, and then a sausage casserole today. So that is what I've got on the go. I've always enjoyed cooking. It's always good fun. Anyway, right. In the meantime, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, go. There we go. So the answer to these: number 1, Shrinking Violet for number 1. Excuse me. Number 2, Doctor in the House. I love that. It's great. Doctor in the House for number 2. And number 3 is A Round of Drinks. Number 4 is No Idea. That should be my mantra. Number 5 is Balancing Act. Number 6, Bungee Jump. Number 7, this is very clever, Piggy in the Middle. Number 8, One Good Turn Deserves Another. Love that. And finally, number 9, Alter Ego. Alter Ego for number 9. Okay, right, yeah, so then while you're finishing off, just marking those, and you might be handing them back to people or what have you. I have no idea. I don't know how you do it all. And then get your answer sheets ready for the final 2 rounds of the quiz this evening. I'm not there to watch this play out live, this connections round, and I'm a little bit gutted. I should have saved this for a week that I was live, but yeah. Food does smell good as well. I can smell the sausage casserole wafting up the stairs into my office. I just enjoy cooking. It's a simple thing. You just go in, get a load of ingredients, and just put some. Right, move on. Here we go. Oh, you haven't even pushed the button, you numpty. Right, here we go. Connections round then. 9 questions. Question number 10. What links them all together? Let's see how you did. Round 4. Number 1. What is the most northerly country in England? It is Northumberland. Number 2. What term is used to describe an animal that only comes out at night? It is nocturnal. Or younger brothers, to be fair. I think that's a term that can be used for him. Number 3, what is the capital of Cameroon? It is Yaoundé. Apologies to the people of Cameroon if I pronounced that wrong. Number 4, there are 3 states in the Baltic. Which is the middle one? Latvia. Number 5, what was the name of the lady with the lamp? Florence Nightingale. Number 6, who sang The Only Way Is Up? It was Yaz and the Plastic Population. Number 7, Americans call it eggplant. What do we call it in the UK? It is aubergine. Number 8, the astrological star signs of Cancer covers which 2 months? It is June and July. Number 9, which word is used as the function word to indicate that a following noun is definite? It is the, as in the person, the he, the her. Nadia, Nadia. So yeah, apologies because I had to play a little bit fast and loose because I was a bit confused and I didn't have time to come back to you on sort of because one of the words that you put in there, it did sort of, when I laid it out, it did baffle me a little bit. However, so that's why I put that in, because what links them all tonight? I'm not here for this reaction. What links them all? So if you take the and then the first letter of all of the other 8 answers, you get me. Take the first letter of each of them. So I can't remember what order I've done them in. I haven't got a big thing in front of me. Yeah, so there is the yeah. So basically, I mean, I've got it here. Scroll down. Yeah, so you don't actually have to use those 9 questions, but you have to find questions that have an answer that matches the sequence. Don't ask the question such that the answers spell your name forwards, as people will notice that very quickly. But do it in reverse, and very few will notice. Is that fiendish or what? Mwahaha. So thank you very much to Seymour Belvoir for that. I very, very much appreciate you putting that together. And hopefully you got on with it okay at home. Whoa, too far. General knowledge, let's wrap tonight's quiz up tonight. Number 1, how many pieces does each player have in the game of backgammon? It is 15. Number 2, according to a medical study, how fast on average is a human sneeze? It is 10 miles an hour. So I know there's this common conception that you sneeze and it goes 100 miles an hour, but a medical study did it to prove that it wasn't 100 miles an hour. That's an urban legend, urban myth. It is on average 10 miles an hour. Number 3, according to the superstition, what should you throw over your left shoulder to keep away the devil? It is salt. I mean, to be fair, I'd think kitchen sink or whatever you've got to hand if devil suddenly appears over your left shoulder. But anyway, number 3, in the original game of Monopoly, what is the cost to buy Old Kent Road? It is 60. Number 5, what is the colour of the circle at the centre of the flag of Japan? It is red. Number 6, ornithophobia is a fear of what? It is birds. Number 7, Speaker's Corner can be found in which London park? It is Hyde Park. If you've never been, right, to Speaker's Corner, go at a weekend, because some of the people on there are absolutely cracked, but it is so funny. I remember when, in the 2 years I lived on the streets, I used to walk through Hyde Park, and I'd quite often stand there and listen to people on their soapbox, ranting about whatever they wanted to, and it can be quite amusing. And if you're bored, go and do it yourself. Number 8, the US has the zip code to designate addresses. It stands for Zone Improvement Plan. Number 9, if you were born on Valentine's Day, what star sign would you be? Aquarius. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. If you know what film that's from, you'll be fine. And finally, number 10, what is the collective name for a group of witches? It is a coven. So there we go. That is all of your questions for this evening. Top up your scores. How have you done? 50 points available for you for the main part of the quiz. Remember, the stuff in the breaks is always just for a bit of fun on a Saturday. Although I do love the fact when you put your scores through, a lot of you do just put like, I got this and this and this and this. Love it. It's brilliant. So thank you very much. Don't stop doing that. I do enjoy going through. And I will do with these. I mean, you know, there'll be some downtime at Leicester on Sunday. So I'm pretty sure I will be going through. If not, I'll do it on Monday. Go back through socials. But if you finally realise that you're on a level score and you need a tiebreak, here it is. And I'm still messing about with Tiddlywink tiebreakers, and tonight's one is this: in a Tiddlywink competition, the pot should be a concave sided cup with a height of what in millimeters? You know, by the time I've finished, right, these tiebreaker questions on Tiddlywinks, I'm going to be an expert at Tiddlywinks in all but the fact that I don't know if I can play Tiddlywinks. Maybe they have like a VAR ref or something like that. Maybe I could do that, sit in a room and like adjudicate. I pretty much almost know the rules inside out. Anyway, as always, nearest to this gets the point. However, if you still end up on a tie, remember rock, paper, scissors will help separate. I love the fact so many people aren't even doing the tiebreaker anymore. They get onto a level score and they just go straight to rock, paper, scissors. I think it's brilliant. Anyway, nearest to this gets the point. 3, 2, 1, go. It is 38 millimeters. 3.8 centimeters is the height of the cup required in a competition. So whoever got nearest to 38 millimeters gets the point. So there you have it. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. How have you got on? Do let me know across our socials. Let us know across our social platforms how you got on tonight. It feels very weird saying this, but I'll be back with you on Thursday night. I haven't even done Thursday night's quiz yet. I'm recording this quite early in the week, so yeah, I haven't even done Thursday night's quiz. So yeah, but I will be back with you on Thursday night, providing all goes well at Radio 2 in Leicester on Sunday. I feel a little bit like a competition winner, I'll be honest. I've not been to one of these events like this before. I said I did the England Lionhearts, but outside of that, I've never been invited to anything. So yeah, it does feel a little bit like, you know, Sarah and I are going, and I'm like, I don't really know. So I'm just going to sit there at a table and see what happens. But no doubt we'll report back to you guys on Thursday. And there'll be some stuff on socials, I would have thought, on Instagram and stuff over the course of Sunday. In case I bump into anyone. Good friend of the quiz is there, actually. Rick Astley's there on Sunday. So I'm hoping to catch up with him. Anyway, that's it from me. I am rambling. Let me know how you got on tonight. And I will see you, if not before, I will see you on Thursday night. Thank you for playing along again, as always, tonight. And I will see you soon. As always for me, it's not that. Well, there you go. As always for me, we'll see you soon. Take care. And stay safe.